Hey guys, it's Nathan from the Kentucky Cycling YouTube channel. We're in downtown Louisville, Kentucky this morning at Waterfront Park. We're going to do what I'm dubbing the Ohio River Multiuse Trail Ride. We're going to start out riding a section of the Louisville Loop. It's the Louisville Riverwalk primarily. We're parked at the yellow lot at Waterfront Park, and we're going to head towards the Butchertown Greenway. We've never ridden that. And then we're going to ride the entirety of Louisville Riverwalk and taking it west on around to Shawnee Park and do that as an out and back. We'll then cross the Big 4 Bridge into Jeffersonville, Indiana, and then we'll get on the Ohio River Greenway and head west towards New Albany, Indiana. On the way back, we'll hit a little spur on up to Clarksville. We'll come back through Jeffersonville, cross back across the Big 4, back into Waterfront Park. Really looking forward to it.
One detail longtime viewers may note is that a few of us are sporting our new Kentucky Cycling team kits. If you are interested in picking up your own Kentucky Cycling merchandise in support of the channel, including soft and stylish t-shirts and stickers, be sure to visit kentuckycycling.org/merchandise. In my opinion, the Waterfront Park area is one of the best places in the state for families with small kids to come and ride. There are a plethora of trails that crisscross the park, which, when explored, are sure to bring out the kid in every rider. As we left the Waterfront Park area of the trail and headed towards the Portland neighborhood, we began to notice that debris on the trail was more of an issue, presumably due to flooding from the river. The trail forks in a couple of areas, so it's probably best to take the high road when riding in this section of the trail. When we reached Portland Wharf Park, we saw that there was a detour sign for the Louisville Loop. Our desire to explore got the better of us, so we opted to ride on down the trail, but not without some consequences. The trail was really muddy from flooding with a fair amount of debris, and apparently hadn't been maintained in a while, so there were some pretty significant breaks in the pavement. I ended up taking a fall, and Jacob ended up with a flat from debris that, even after removed, took a chunk out of his tire. Long story short, if you decide to continue on to Shawnee Park via the Louisville Loop, you definitely want to observe the detour along Northwestern Parkway, which is pretty in its own right. We picked up the trail again at Shawnee Park and rode along a canopy of trees on the west end of the park. There's a fair amount of mud on the trail and sections of the trail are very slick, so be sure to exercise caution. As we reached the southern end of the park and started up the hill, I experienced an abrupt halt to my ride. My fall must have knocked my derailleur out of alignment, so when I went to shift to my big ring in the back, the chain went into the spokes, and as I pedaled, I took the derailleur along with my pedal stroke and bent my derailleur hanger, which is, unfortunately, part of the frame. My ride was definitely over for the day. Lucas and I returned the following week to get this next section of footage, which was centered on exploring the Ohio River Greenway and other areas on the Indiana side of the river. The Big Four Bridge is a six-span former railroad truss bridge that crosses the Ohio River, connecting Louisville, Kentucky and Jeffersonville, Indiana. It was completed in 1895, updated in 1929, taken out of rail service in 1968, and converted to bicycle and pedestrian use in 2013. The largest single span is 547 feet, with the entire bridge spanning 2,525 feet. On February 7, 2013, the Louisville ramp was open for pedestrian and bicycle traffic. The Jeffersonville ramp opened on May 20, 2014. I want to give a shout out to Louisville cyclist Tim Smith, who provided me with ride files that we used to help navigate sections of the trail on the Indiana side of the river. Just off the trail is Falls of the Ohio State Park. The park is part of the Falls of the Ohio National Wildlife Conservation Area. The exposed fossil beds of the Jeffersonville limestone, dated from the Devonian period, are the main feature of the park. The falls was the site where Lewis and Clark met for the Lewis and Clark expedition. As always, if you found this content useful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.